Intel Core i9-12900K and Core i5-12600K review. For gaming, the Core i5-12600K offers the optimal balance between affordability and performance. That makes it more desirable than a more expensive Core i7 or Core i9 chip. This Alder Lake generation's first Core i5 demonstrates its capabilities as an ideal processor for gamers. The Core i5-12600K is particularly remarkable due to its powerful performance, identical to the most advanced chip from the prior generation but at a fraction of the cost. Plus, it draws less power than the Core i9-12900K, which makes it an ideal processor for mid to high-end builds. The more you explore the features of the Core i5-12600K, the clearer it becomes that it is the real highlight of Intel's 12th gen lineup. Still, the possibilities of the Core i5-12400 or any other budget-friendly Alder Lake processor remain to be seen. For now, the Core i5-12600K is your best bet if you're looking for a gaming CPU within your budget. The Intel Core i5-12600K is a 6+4 CPU that utilizes the new Alder Lake hybrid architecture. It contains 6 performance cores and 4 efficient cores. If you're interested in learning more about this approach, feel free to check out our in-depth review of the Intel Core i9-12900K. Essentially, 12th gen processors run on either Golden Cove or Gracemont architectures. Alder Lake draws from Intel's Atom lineup of energy-efficient chips by incorporating the Gracemont architecture. These chips are designed to be space-savvy, featuring more cores per chip. The Core i5-12600K is equipped with 6 physical cores and 4 energy-efficient cores, which is more overall core count than the Core i5-11600K. It's even more physical cores than the Core i9-11900K, making this chip an impressive 11th gen Core i9 killer when it comes to performance results. Let's finish going over the specs of the Core i5-12600K before we go into the interesting details. The Intel UHD Graphics 770, as well as a shared 20 MB of smart cache, is accessible to both the P-core and E-core processors. Sitting slightly lower than the 5 GHz notch for its P-cores at default speeds. The Core i5-12600K requires a few personalized adjustments to be moved over that obvious number. But it should not seem to be an obstacle considering Intel's assurance of overclocking capability. Its E-cores can reach up to 3.6 GHz at their premier rate too. Interestingly, this model's P-core base pace is actually superior to the Core i9-12900K, which stands at 3.7 GHz. The Core i5-12600K has a processor base capacity of 125 watts, the same for the entire Alder Lake desktop processor lineup thus far. You may be inquiring why it's PBC and not DDP, and that's because Intel ditched DDP completely for the 12th gen CPUs. Now, you will observe PBC resembling what used to approximately be the TDP of Intel's processors, supplemented by a new turbo boost power marking the peak draw of these chips during certain jobs. It is important to note that Intel suggests running Windows 11 on these processors for optimal performance. Due to its hybrid architecture and the thread director, which helps the OS better manage posts. However, this might not be a satisfactory recommendation as of today. In addition, since the Core i5-12600K runs on LGA 1700, a brand new 12th gen socket, it will require a Z690 motherboard. That being said, this component could be relatively expensive for those that want to build a mid-range or budget-friendly system. But, do not worry, there should be more affordable chipsets available by next year if you are willing to wait. An alternative to buying a DDR5 compatible motherboard and the latest DDR5 RAM is to get a DDR4 compatible board and a less expensive memory kit. While this won't be as fast, it will save you money in the short term.